Hello, hello, and welcome in. This is Everyday English Academy, where two friends sit down and talk slowly and clearly about very ordinary things. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike, and I have a hot drink in my hand right now, which turns out to be excellent timing.
Excellent timing because today we're talking about tea and coffee. Not the history of it, not which one is healthier for you, how you actually talk about them in English.
Which sounds like a small topic, and then you realize people ask you about this constantly, at work, at somebody's house, in the first 5 minutes of meeting anyone new.
Constantly. So today, you'll get the words for how you take your drink, how to accept when someone offers you one, how to say no without upsetting anybody, and how to react when somebody else's habit sounds a bit strange to you.
Plus, 2 quick grammar checks along the way, because a couple of sentences in this topic catch learners out every single time.
Let's start with you since you're holding one. What's in there?
Filter coffee, fairly strong, a splash of milk, no sugar, and I let it sit for 3 minutes because I can't drink it when it's too hot.
Mike, that was a paragraph.
You asked.
I asked what was in your cup. Here's my answer. Tea, milk, no sugar. Done.
That's not an answer, that's a shopping list.
But it's how people really say it, and that's genuinely useful for everyone listening. In English, when somebody asks how you take your coffee or your tea, you give one short phrase. You don't explain yourself.
True. Black, no sugar. Milk and 2 sugars. Just a splash of milk, thanks.
And if you like it strong, you say strong. If you like it weak, you say weak. Nothing fancier is needed.
Although I clearly have something fancier than that.
You have opinions.
I have opinions. And the no sugar part is serious, by the way. I actually like the bitter side of it.
See, that's where you and I split. Bitter is that sharp, dark taste, the opposite of sweet. If you've ever bitten into dark chocolate or grapefruit and your whole face went tight for a second, that's bitter.
And I love it. Black coffee, no sugar, properly bitter. Best cup of my day.
For me, it's too much. Black coffee tastes too bitter, so I always need milk to soften it.
Milk ruins it.
Milk rescues it. And hang on, you're drinking out of that cup again.
Every single morning.
For everyone at home, Mike's cup has a chip in the rim. A small piece is missing right where your mouth goes, so he has to turn it around and drink from the left side.
Correct. 6 years now.
6 years. And you own a nicer one. I have seen it. Blue, no damage, sitting in your cupboard doing nothing.
The blue one is for guests.
Okay, so moving on from your broken kitchen.
I'd like to defend it later.
Noted and denied. Tell me the theory instead. You always have a theory.
I do have a theory. You can tell a lot about a person from how they take their drink.
No, you can't.
You can. Think about it. The person who drinks it black and bitter, no sugar, standing up in about 30 seconds. That is a certain kind of person.
That's a person who is late.
All right, point taken. But they're also direct. They don't need decoration.
Mike, people drink whatever was in the cupboard at their parents' house. Nothing deeper going on.
You don't believe that.
I completely believe it. My mother drank tea with milk, so I drink tea with milk. No hidden meaning. It's just what was on the shelf.
Okay, but what about people who change? Because I grew up in a tea family, and now I'm a coffee person.
Then your theory doesn't work, does it?
It works even better. It means I chose it, so it says more about me, not less.
Oh, that's clever. That is very clever. You've built a theory that can't lose.
Thank you.
Okay, listeners, you can settle this one for us. Does the way somebody takes their tea or coffee tell you anything real about them? Or is it just whatever their family drank? Pick a side in the comments because we're not going to agree today.
We're really not. And notice how Sarah disagreed with me just then, everyone, because that part is worth copying. She didn't say, "You're wrong." She said, "No, you can't," and then gave a reason.
In friendly English, you disagree with the idea, not with the person. So you'd say, I'm not sure about that, or I don't really see it that way.
Or the very common one, "I get what you mean, but." That one is soft, and it works almost anywhere, at work, with friends, with people you've just met.
Polite without being cold. And here's a small one that trips people up. If somebody says something negative and you feel the same way, how do you agree with them?
Ooh, good one. Because your instinct grabs the wrong word.
Say Mike tells me I don't take sugar, and I want to say that I also don't take sugar. Do I finish with either or with neither?
The clue is sitting at the front of the sentence. There's already a don't in it.
Right. So the correct version is I don't take sugar either. When your sentence is already negative, you finish it with either. I don't like it either. I can't drink it that strong either.
And neither starts its own short reply. Somebody says, "I don't take sugar," and you answer, "Neither do I." One goes at the end, one goes at the front.
Same meaning, different position. Worth saying a few times this week until it feels automatic.
It will. That one clicks fast.
Okay, I'm going to give you one thing, Mike. One tiny piece of your theory.
Really?
One piece, because I do quietly judge one type of person, and that's the coffee snob.
Now we're getting somewhere.
A snob is somebody who thinks their taste is better than yours and makes sure you know it. A guy at my old job would make a face if you used the instant coffee in the office kitchen.
What kind of face?
A small, sad one, like you'd personally hurt him, and he'd say, Oh, you're drinking that?
Yeah, that's a snob.
You can use it for anything. A wine snob, a music snob, a food snob. It's not a compliment, but between friends, it's fairly light. He's a total coffee snob, but he's a nice guy.
I've been a bit of a coffee snob myself. I once explained to somebody why their coffee tasted burnt, and they had not asked me.
Nobody ever asks, Mike.
They never do. I've learned since.
But that office kitchen is where the most useful English of the day lives, because somebody is always offering you something.
Always. Someone stands up, walks over the kettle, and says the magic sentence.
Which is?
"I'm putting the kettle on. Does anybody want anything?"
Yes, putting the kettle on. Starting to boil water, usually for tea. And people say it constantly, even when tea isn't really the point.
Because "I'll put the kettle on" often means sit down, relax. We're going to talk for a while. Somebody turns up at your door upset about something, and you say, "Come in, sit down, I'll put the kettle on."
A whole invitation in 5 words. Now, the offering part, if you are the one offering, the easy, natural sentences are, Can I get you anything? Tea or coffee? And in your own kitchen, help yourself.
Help yourself means take it yourself. No need to ask me. Coffee's in the pot. Help yourself.
Very warm, very common. But the harder side is being the person who has to answer, especially when you don't want what they're offering.
This is the part I'm bad at.
You are famously bad at this.
Let's do it properly then. If somebody offers me tea and I actually want tea, what's better than just saying yes?
Ooh, yes, please. I'd love one. Or, That would be great, thank you.
And if you want the other drink,
You swap it, but gently. Actually, is there any coffee? If it's not too much trouble.
that last bit is doing a lot of the work.
It softens the whole thing. You've just changed their plans so you make it easy for them to say no.
Okay, and the hardest one. You want nothing at all. Watch this. Ready? No, thank you. I don't want anything. What? That's correct English.
Perfectly correct. Also a bit cold. It sounds like a door closing.
Yeah, I heard it while I was saying it.
The problem is it's flat, no warmth on it. Add a small reason, because a reason makes a no feel friendly. No thanks, I've just had one.
Oh, that's better. I'm okay for now, thanks. I had a huge coffee at home.
Perfect. And here's a short one you'll hear all over the United States. I'm all set.
I like that. Small, friendly, finished.
It simply means, I don't need anything, I'm fine. Somebody comes around with the pot for a second cup. You put your hand over your cup and say, I'm all set, thanks.
And it works far outside drinks. Somebody in a store asks if you need help. You say, thanks, I'm all set.
Now, register matters here. Everything we've just said is warm because somebody is being kind to you in their kitchen or their office.
And if it's a machine or a stranger selling something,
Then you can be much shorter. No thanks is completely fine. You don't owe a vending machine a polite explanation.
I still apologize to machines.
Of course you do. But the third situation is the difficult one. Somebody who will not accept your no.
Oh, somebody who insists.
To insist. You say no, and they keep offering anyway, stronger and again and again. She insisted I take another cup.
And you can't win because they're being kind. That's what makes it hard. You're not being attacked, you're being fed.
So, how do you escape without upsetting them? Because nobody wants to offend somebody in their own home.
To offend, meaning to hurt somebody's feelings or make them feel bad.
And that exact fear is why learners freeze in that moment. You want to say no, and you're worried the no will land badly.
So say yes to the person and no to the drink. Something like, honestly, it's so good, I just can't manage another one.
That's the move. Compliment first, refuse second. Or, I'd love to, but I'll be awake all night.
Which brings me to my worst afternoon. Do you want to hear about my worst afternoon?
I really do.
I was visiting my aunt's neighbors one Sunday, 3 different houses on the same street, and I could not say no to anybody.
How many drinks?
5. 5 drinks in about 3 hours.
5?
2 coffees at the first house, tea at the second, and at the third house, she'd already poured it before I got through the door. That's 4. Then she insisted on a second one because I finished the first one too fast.
Why did you finish it fast?
Because I was nervous. I downed it, drank the whole thing straight down, and put the cup back on the table.
Oh, Mike, down it to drink something very quickly in one go. I downed my coffee and ran for the bus.
And she saw an empty cup and thought, this young man loves my coffee. So she filled it up again.
The opposite of what you wanted.
Completely backwards. And that afternoon is how I learned to nurse a drink.
Ooh, this is a lovely one, because it's the opposite of downing it. If you nurse a drink, you drink it very slowly over a long time. You hold it, you take tiny sips, you make it last.
Right. He nursed one coffee for 2 hours. And people do it for exactly my reason. If the cup is still half full, nobody can refill it.
A defensive move.
A survival skill. I nurse a drink at every family event now.
I nurse a drink when I'm somewhere I don't really want to be, so I have something to hold.
Having something to hold is half the reason people order anything at a party.
Genuinely true. And listeners, this is our second question for you today. Where you live, is it rude to refuse a drink when somebody offers you one? Because in some places, you can say no thanks and nothing happens at all. In others, saying no is almost impossible.
We've had comments from people who told us refusing 3 times is normal, and the host offers 3 times, and everybody knows the rules of the game.
So tell us how it works where you are. We find that fascinating.
Okay, but 5 drinks in one afternoon is a lot, Sarah, and that's not so far from a normal week for me.
How many do you have a day?
5, 6 if the day is going badly.
6?
I'm hooked, completely hooked on it.
To be hooked on something, you can't stop. You need it. And you can be hooked on almost anything. I'm hooked on that show. She's hooked on those chocolate cookies from the bakery.
And I'm hooked on the morning one specifically. If I skip it, my head hurts by 11.
So that's not just enjoying it. That's your body asking for it.
And notice we say hooked on something. That word on is fixed. Not hooked to, not hooked with.
Which is a nice link, because prepositions are the sneaky part of this whole topic. Here's one I hear learners get wrong every single week. If you like something, you're keen on it.
And you are not keen on green tea.
I am really not. So listen to the ending, everyone. Is it keen on green tea or keen for green tea?
Tiny clue, it's the same short word we just used with hooked.
There you go. I'm not really keen on green tea. Keen and on live together, always. Are you keen on football? He's not keen on early mornings.
And it's a soft way to say you don't like something, much gentler than I hate it.
Much gentler. You can say, I'm not keen on it at somebody's dinner table and nobody gets upset.
Green tea is a different problem for me, though. It isn't bitter, it's bland.
Ah, bland. Almost no taste at all. Not bad, not good, just nothing.
Yeah, I make herbal tea, I take a sip, and I think, is this hot water? Did I forget the tea bag?
I love herbal tea, so here we split again, but bland is a great word to own because it isn't rude exactly, it's just honest.
This soup was a bit bland. This bread tastes bland.
And bland you can fix. Add salt, add lemon, add something. Bitter you can't really fix. You can only soften it.
Unless you learn to like it, which is a real thing. Black coffee is an acquired taste.
Say more about that because learners hear that phrase and don't quite trust it.
An acquired taste is something you don't enjoy the first time, but after you try it enough times, you start to like it. Your mouth kind of learns it.
So the first cup of black coffee is horrible.
Horrible, truly. Nobody's first black coffee was pleasant. But somewhere around the 20th cup, you notice something underneath the bitter part, and then it's yours forever.
I believe that. Olives were like that for me. I hated them until I was about 25.
And now?
Now I could eat a whole bowl of them. Acquired taste, exactly. People use it about music, too. That band is an acquired taste.
Meaning, give it time. It's not for everybody straight away.
Okay, but back to 6 cups a day.
You've mentioned it.
I'm only saying I'm trying to cut down on mine at the moment.
You're quitting coffee?
No, not quitting, cutting down.
That's what I said.
It's really not what you said, and this is a genuinely useful difference, everybody. To give something up means to stop completely, zero, finished. I gave up coffee last year.
Ah, all right. And to cut down on something means to have less of it than before. Not stop, just less.
Exactly. So I'm cutting down on coffee. I used to have 3 a day. Now it's 1, maybe 2.
That's a long way from quitting.
An enormous distance. And the pattern is always the same. I'm trying to cut down on sugar. The doctor told him to cut down on salt.
And once again, it's cut down on. The preposition comes along for the ride.
Cut down on, hooked on, keen on. This topic loves that one word.
Coffee is basically held together by the word on.
Okay. And there's a nicer way to talk about amounts than counting cups all day. In moderation.
In moderation. Small, sensible amounts. Not too much.
So somebody asks, is coffee bad for you? And the honest answer is, coffee is fine in moderation.
Which is the answer for practically everything, isn't it? Chocolate in moderation. Screen time in moderation.
It's one of the most useful phrases in adult life. And it's polite because you're not saying that's bad for you. You're saying a small amount is fine.
What happens to you when you go past your moderation, though, when you've had too many?
I go shaky. My hands get unsteady and my brain runs ahead of my mouth. I start 3 sentences at once.
Yep, classic. And people describe that in very plain English. You don't need medical words. You say, I feel a bit shaky, or I can't sit still, or my heart's going.
My heart's going is a good one. Very natural, very spoken.
And in the evening, I'll be awake till 2. Standard reason for refusing a late one.
Yes, none for me, thanks. I'll be awake all night. Everybody understands that instantly.
Can I say one more thing about too much coffee? The bottom of the cup.
Oh no.
If you make coffee certain ways, you get small dark bits left at the bottom. Those are the grounds, the pieces of coffee that stay behind after the water goes through.
And you should not drink them.
You should not. But if you're not paying attention, you tip the cup right up at the end and you get a mouthful of grounds. It's like drinking sand.
Bitter, gritty sand.
My grandmother used to look at the grounds in the bottom of the cup and tell you about your future.
Seriously?
Seriously. She'd turn the cup over, study the shapes, and say something mysterious. She told me I would travel over water.
And did you?
I took a ferry once, so technically yes.
She was right then. Okay, let's get some of this into your mouth properly. I'll say a line and you repeat it back in the gap after me. Yes, even on the bus. This coffee is really bitter.
Thanks, but I'm all set.
I'm hooked on my morning coffee.
Honestly, this tea tastes pretty bland.
I only drink coffee in moderation.
Good work. Say those again tonight while you're standing there waiting for your own kettle. That's when they stick.
They really do. Now, one last situation before we wrap up, and it's one I personally find difficult.
Tell me.
You offer somebody a drink at your house, and they say, oh, whatever you're having.
The worst answer.
Isn't it? It's meant to be polite, and it's extremely common in English, so you should definitely know it. But now I have to make the decision for both of us.
I say it all the time, though. I genuinely don't mind, and I don't want to create extra work.
I know why people say it, but if you're the guest, a real answer is kinder. Just say, tea, please, or coffee if you're making some.
True. And if you really don't mind, then say that plus something. Whatever's easiest. I'll have tea if that's simpler.
Much better. You've given them a decision and permission.
See, and this is exactly why I keep the chipped one.
How on earth did we get back to your broken kitchen?
Because it's a habit. I'm hooked on it. Logic has nothing to do with it. I don't drink from it because it's good. I drink from it because my hand knows where the chip is.
You have a perfectly nice blue one in a cupboard.
For guests.
Right. Let's walk back through today's words before we say goodbye, because we picked up a lot of good ones. Taste first, and we'll start with yours, since you're the one who likes it sharp. Bitter.
Bitter is that strong, sharp taste, not sweet at all. Black coffee, dark chocolate, grapefruit. The taste I love and Sarah hides under milk.
Immediately. And the opposite problem is bland, which is when something has almost no taste. That was your complaint about herbal tea.
hot water with a rumor of a plant in it.
Then acquired taste. Something you don't like at first, but you enjoy after trying it many times. Black coffee, olives, certain bands.
Which is my whole argument for the 20th cup.
Your personality theory, though, still nonsense.
One day you'll come around.
Not today. Okay, next group, the kitchen words. Take the first two.
Put the kettle on. Start boiling water, usually for tea. And it often really means sit down, we're going to talk. Then help yourself, which means take it yourself, no need to ask.
And when you're the one being offered something, we had I'm all set. A short, warm way to say you don't need anything. Your hand over your cup while somebody walks around with the pot.
Which nobody did on my aunt's street.
No, they insisted. To insist means to keep offering strongly, even after you've said no. And the reason it's hard to refuse is that you don't want to offend anybody. To offend is to hurt somebody's feelings.
5 drinks, Sarah.
5. Which brings us to the 2 speed words. To down it, drink it very fast in one go. That's house number 3.
And it cost me. To nurse a drink is the opposite, drinking slowly over a long time so nobody can fill your cup again.
My party technique exactly. Last group, habits. Hooked on.
Hooked on something means you can't stop. Me, 6 cups a day, and a chipped cup I refuse to replace.
And cut down on, which is what I'm doing, having less than before, not stopping completely. That's the one you thought meant quitting.
In my defense, they live in the same neighborhood.
They don't sound remotely alike. Then, in moderation, in small, sensible amounts. Coffee is fine in moderation, and so is nearly everything else.
And snob, somebody who thinks their taste is better than yours. The man in your old office making a sad face at the instant coffee.
He really did. And grounds, those dark bits of coffee at the bottom of the cup. Don't drink them.
Unless your grandmother wants to read your future in them.
Fine. Okay, everyone. 2 things we'd love from you today. Tell us whether Mike's theory holds any water where you live, and tell us if refusing a drink is rude in your country, because we suspect the answers are wildly different around the world.
And write it in English, even one line. That's real practice, and it costs you nothing.
If today gave you something useful, a like helps more than you'd think. And subscribe so the next one finds you.
Now, go and put the kettle on. Or don't if you're cutting down.
I'm cutting down. He is not. See you next time, everyone.
Take care, and I'm keeping the chipped one.